Hi guys, how are you all? Smoke here. How are you all? Now, if you have a look at the title of this episode, this title of this episode is Emily's Cars, episode 1 of 6. Now, the reason for that is this. If you remember, a couple of weeks back I did an episode or 2 episodes for a kid by the name of Daniel, who passed away at the age of 7. So, about a year or so back, that same friend of mine had a friend who had a daughter by the name of Emily. Now, I never met Emily, and I never met Daniel, but with me doing that stream when I did the car for Emily, I found out that she'd passed away not long after all 3 cars were done, because I did 3 cars for her. That's the reason why there's going to be 6 episodes. I'm going to do 1 car tonight and tomorrow night, then the following night there's going to be another one done, and then the following night there's going to be one after that, and so on and so forth. Now, with what happened to Emily, it was a bit unfair. She was only 5 years old when she passed away. She passed away from brain cancer. When her parents found out that she had brain cancer, it practically destroyed them. I was in contact with my friend and also my girlfriend at the time, or ex-girlfriend at the time. Well, now she's my ex. And her sister, which I'm still in contact with, told me about Emily having brain cancer. And I was quite shocked. I was actually taken back on that because of what had happened. When they found out that the poor girl had brain cancer, it practically, as I said, it practically destroyed the both of them. They didn't know what to do. They had nowhere to turn to. And there was my friend, and she turned around and said to Emily's parents about me and that I do theme cars, but I never broadcast them. So that's the reason for me broadcasting these cars now from here on in. All my cars that I had, I never broadcast, and I had my PlayStation 4 at that stage. So now that I've got my PS5, I now broadcast my cars. Every single car I've done, I've broadcast, including my baby's cars. So, and she's now got 2 Chevs, I think, and 2 Lamborghinis. So this girl Emily, in memory of her, there's going to be 3 cars built over a period of 6 nights. The first car is going to be a Ford Mustang. It's directly behind me. The second car I'm going to build will be a Dodge Charger. See, there's the Ford Mustang there. In bad shape, of course. Now, before I continue on about the Ford Mustang, I've got something to tell you. As you can probably see, the Porsche is now finished. I tested it out. I've changed the interior. I've done everything to it. It now runs, and it's pretty quick. I will give it a run in a couple of minutes. Just let me finish explaining what I'm going to be doing. Now, the little girl Emily, she loved the colour pink. So there's going to be all 3 cars. She also liked the colour white. So all 3 cars are going to be rebuilt, including their engines. Tonight, they're going to get a strip down and rebuild in the way of their body. Then possibly the chassis will be coming out on the Ford Mustang. As I said, it's going to be the Ford Mustang first, tonight and tomorrow night. Then the Dodge Charger, or the Hellcat, will be tomorrow night and the following night. So, and then after that, the next 2 nights after that will be the Dodge Viper. So that's basically the way it's going to work tonight. Now, before I even start on the Mustang, I'm going to do you guys a favour. I'm going to roll the Porsche out, and actually, no, I might not roll it out, but I will go outside and I'll show you the other two cars that I'm talking about. The other two cars that I'm talking about, this one here, the Dodge Charger, the Hellcat, wide body, and this one here, the Viper. Now, I'm going to do two Vipers. One will be Emily's Viper, which will be this one, and there'll be another one done fairly soon, which will be a Spider-Man car. And you'll see, and I'll show you why the Spider-Man car will be the Dodge Viper. Look at the lights, or if you can see, picture the lights as Spider-Man's eyes, because they do look like them. I might also, it depends on what happens. Okay, I'm going to do a villain as well. And the two to choose from, as I said to you when I first spoke about the Spider-Man car, once again, it's going to be a Dodge Viper. Now, the two to choose from, you've got Carnage and you've got Venom. So, if you want to decide, if you're wondering who I'm going to do, just think about any one of the two of them and put down on tonight's episode which one you think it's going to be, or the next episode. It depends on what episode you watch and see. If you watch this episode and you follow the next one, I will mention it again in the next one. I'll mention it while I'm building these three cars for Emily. That's going to be the whole point for these 6 nights. So this week is a special week for the next 6 days. So that's it. Now, what I will do, however, is I will get into that Porsche and I will take the Porsche for a run. You guys will hear it and then you'll see how fast it actually goes. I dynoed it and it came up to about, I think, 800 and something horsepower. It does quite it's quick. That's all I'm saying. It is quick. So here we go. Now, as I've done before with all the cars, including my girls, I've gone all the way to the end of the track. Here we go, guys. Now I'm doing 2 runs because that speed you see up there was not the speed that I got you earlier on. That's more close to it. 334 is what it got to. Now, I do not have any idea whether or not my girl's going to be able to watch my episode tonight. I hope she can. I do know that she's working, So I'm really kind of hoping she can watch the episode tonight. Now, what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to keep Porsche out, and I'm going to keep the other two out. Now, the reason why I'm going to keep the Porsche out is just in case my girl hasn't seen that Porsche run, what I will do is I'll message her when she says she's watching, and if she says no, I didn't see the Porsche, I will give it another run. But just remember this, 334 is what it actually got to. I was kind of hoping to get it to 440. 440, yeah, right. 340. God, where did I get 440? 340, I was hoping, but no luck. So let's get on with it and get to building. Now, these two here, including the Dodge, the Ford Mustang, rather, are going to be pretty damn quick. This one, I've already got one built of, which is the Iron Man car. So these two here are going to be really quick. I know this one will be because I've done the Iron Man car of it. So, like, yeah, we know how fast that thing's going to get to. This one here, I'm not too sure because we haven't done one yet. So we haven't even done one of the Ford Mustang yet. So this is our first Ford Mustang, which we're going to do up. And now, straight after we've started this, after we've done this car, we're going to go and do, we will probably choose the Dodge Viper, more than likely, although I'm thinking about going for the Hellcat. I'm not sure yet. Now, what I'll do is I'm going to take all the body parts off this thing, take it outside, get it washed, and then put new body parts on it. And then the moment I'm done that, what I will do, however, is I will go ahead and take the wheels off after whacking it on, putting it back up on here, lifting it up, and then taking off the wheels because I need to measure the wheels out. So let's get to it. Now, because of Emily liking pink and also white, the three cars that I'm talking about, this one here and also the Viper and the Hellcat, are all going to be pink and white. Now, if you watch my episode tonight and then you see the episode tomorrow of this same car, which will be this one, you will see what I'm talking about in the way of the paint scheme. You never know, you might even see the paint scheme come onto it. You will see the paint scheme come on it tonight, I know that for a fact, but what I'm talking about is the actual way it's going to look after the colour scheme's been put on it. I've already got the pink chosen, so I know what to do in the way of the car itself. I really am hoping that her father is watching because I know for a fact that her parents are subscribed to my channel. I know that for a fact. Now, you will notice that I put one mirror on, which was a mistake. That mirror is coming off because of what I'm going to do with the mirrors. So now, the sad thing is, at this point, this car can't do a thing. It can't even start. And I'll show you why in a minute. Actually, no, I'll show you now. That's why. So, yeah. Now, what I will do is I will get the car down to paint. And you shall see what I'm going to do in the way of the paint scheme. Now, the paint scheme for this car will be identical to the Ford Mustang that I had earlier because it's the same Ford Mustang. The only reason for that is this: because her father liked the car the way it was, I'm going to redo it because he loved Ford and he liked pink just like she did, but the pink he liked was a hot pink. But I was looking for the hot pink earlier and I couldn't find it. So I'm just going to have to go normal pink and have what I'm going to have on the car. I really hope my girl starts watching. So we'll go and wash it first. because it needs it. It's going to really need it. That's what I've got to do too. I've got to go and fix the body up. So let's get this car in and get it looked at in the way of bodywork, because I need the bodywork fixed up before I paint the car, and it looks like it's badly damaged. So let's get the welder over there. Now, there is one thing I am going to do with this car, and that is take the front end off and also the rear, and you'll see why I'm going to do that soon. The front end, I will put it to you like this. The front end is going to remain pink. It will go pink like the rest of the car. So will the rear end. But there's going to be a slight change. I don't think my girl's watching at the moment. That's the pink she had on the car earlier, last time. Now, as I said, she liked white as well. So what I'm going to do is, if I can find white, I'm going to put white. Aha, there we go, speak of the devil. Now you'll see the reason why I've taken the body panels off the car. This is why I've taken the body panels off the car. You watch. This is also the reason why I've taken the mirrors off the car. Okay, let's get the car back to where it was sitting. So, let's go and do what we have to do. Both mirrors in rear and front. I think my girl might be busy, so... Now, do you remember how I told you about the mirrors? And why I took the mirrors off? Well, you're about to see why. And I think the girls are now watching. Yep. Now, as I said, this car is a theme car. There will be 6 episodes, 3 cars. Each one is to honour a little girl who sadly passed away at the age of 5 because of brain cancer. So, and I'm kind of hoping that I know my girl will understand. I know that for a fact. But if you guys I hope you guys do understand why I'm doing it pink. I'm doing it pink and white, and there's what I told you guys. Now, Baby, I'm doing this car pink and white. The reason being is because of Emily, that little girl who passed away from cancer. She had brain cancer. Do you remember her? Now, what I've got to do, see how I mean with what I've done? What I did, guys, was I took the front off and the rear because I don't want that white to go down the front. I want it to stop at the edge of the hood, from the front window down to the edge of the hood and stop. Now, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to lift the car up, I'm going to take the wheels off, and when I get to start doing that, I'm also going to have a look inside under the hood and then see what's going on. Because when I looked at the car in the garage at the swap meet, because I bought it at a auction, the car looked like it was in reasonably good nick at first, and then I thought, wait a sec, I'll have a look underneath the hood. So I've lifted the hood up and there's only half an engine. So I'm going to take the undercarriage out from the car, but before I do, I'm going to measure out the wheels for the front and rear, get them measured out, get them ready. The wheels are not going to be stock. The wheels are going to be aftermarket, just like I've been wanting to do for these cars again for quite some time. The wheels on this one, I think you may like. I love my girl. I really do. She's adorable. Okay then. Let's see. Okay, 19-inch rims all the way around. Now, the rims that I had in mind for the car were these ones here. Now, what I've got planned for these is to have them white. Now, the reason why I want them white is because, as I said to you guys, and as you've seen on the car so far, the hood and the top of the car and trunk have got 2 white stripes that go down, two racing stripes. The mirrors, however, on the car are white as well. Now, what's going to happen with the engine is the engine is going to be white in 3 areas, and that is it. And the engine bay is going to have a couple of things in there like your air intake and all that sort of stuff that's going to be painted white. In other words, what I'm doing, and I said it the other night, and my beautiful baby understood, what I'm doing is when I do that, I break the paint up so it's not all the way through the same colour. Because if you look at it when you see a car like that, unless it's like blackout or redline, it's not worth having. But when it's when it's red line, when you get a car like red line and blackout, the way they're done, I did break their paint up. They both got gloss black on their body, and then one's got a gloss black and the other one's got a gloss red, and one's got flat black for its wheels and the other one's got chrome for its wheels. I shall show you what I mean. Now I'm really hoping these ones turn out well. I really am. Because I don't want to disappoint her dad. Not at all. So yeah, another thing too, when I found out about Emily, that's the reason why I decided to do these cars, when I did them originally. And after I did the last one, which I think was the Dodge Hellcat, I think it was. Yeah, I think it was the Hellcat. About a week after I did the Hellcat, she was looking at, I think, the Viper. And the next thing you know, my friend rang me up on Messenger and said that Emily had passed away. And I was like, oh my God. I just didn't know honestly, I did not know what to say or do. Because I never met the girl, but it hurt me because of the cars that I did for her. At least she got to see them. Whereas poor Daniel didn't. And that's what hurt me the worst with him. He didn't get to see them at all. Or he didn't get to see it at all. He got to see the car get started and get built and whatnot. But after I got to the point where I put the colour on the car, he saw the blue go on the car, but when he saw the other colour go on the car, that's where he passed away. Straight after that, that's where he just faded and just said, Mum, I'm not well. And she said, well, you can go now. And he did, and I finished off the car. But the thing was, when I finished off the car, I cried. I told my girl, and she said she goes, baby, it's because she did the car when he passed away. Yeah, that's the reason why it hurt so bad. And the same thing happened when I did Emily's car. All of them. When I did all three of her cars. Better not do that yet. Got to get all four of them fixed up first. $275, $40, and $19. Now, what I will do, guys, is I will have a look at the undercarriage, and I will be taking the undercarriage out tonight. Now, what I'll do first of all is lift the car up, take those wheels off, and have a look at them, at these ones on there. That's what the car will look like when it's done. As soon as it's finished, that's what the car's going to look like. I'll take a photo of the car when it's done and send it to my friend so she can see it, and then I'll do the same with the other two. And what I'll do is I'll send a message to her saying that for her to keep those cars, because her friend that had the daughter that passed away has got the original photos of the original cars. These cars here that I'm doing here this time, these ones are staying regardless. You never know. I might put them next to either Daniel's car, or I might put them next to my princess's car, my beautiful curvy queen, who I love with all my heart. So now what the job is to do is to lift the car up all the way, take the wheels off, but before I do take the wheels off, so I don't get screwed over, what I will do is I'm going to sell the wheels that have just been taken off the car. Then I'm going to take these ones off. Then I'm going to lift the car up, and then I'm going to look underneath the car to see what's going on underneath the car, to see if I can just lift the engine out straight away without having to undo anything or nothing like that, because I haven't had a chance to have a look underneath the car at all yet. The reason being is because that guy that was my go-to guy, he was here helping me out. He was in the share play doing what he could do in the way of getting the cars at the ready. All he did was get the engine parts and suspension parts and all the underneath for the car, so I can then build the car as time goes through in the way of building the cars. Now, what I want you to do, and I'm going to ask my beautiful queen the same question, okay? After I finish this Mustang, what car do you want me to do next? Do you want me to do the Viper, or do you want me to do the Hellcat? So I'll leave that with my other half and see what she says. Okay, let's see what she says. I'm kind of hoping that she says she wants the Viper done second, because I haven't done a Viper yet. I've done a I've done the Hellcat, but I haven't done a Viper yet. Oh, okay, she wants the Viper. Cool. She wants the Viper done second. That means to say I've got to move the Viper in onto the second jack, and I've got to do it now. Got to put the Viper right there. Now, as soon as the Mustang's done, guess what? The Mustang goes outside. That one comes over here onto level 1, onto number 1, and the other one comes in and sits on number 2. Now, let's get this thing in the air and have a look underneath it. Okie dokie, it's got the differential, but it hasn't got the, or has it? Yeah, it's got the differential, but no exhaust. So basically, the car's basically no powertrain, in other words, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift out the engine. I'm going to take the differential out. I'll tear a bit out. I'll take out the suspension from the front. But before I take out the suspension from the front, I'm going to have a look at the engine on the engine jack. See what can be done to it. I want to check out the amount of damage done to the engine, so I can decide on what I'm going to do with it. If I can actually save the engine on this one, I might actually do that. But if I can't, then I'm going to have to go ahead and buy a new engine and all those new bits and that. But I do not know whether William actually got around to buying the parts for the engine or not. Because as I said to you guys before, he's my go-to guy. When I'm gone and I've had to do something, like I've gone to have lunch or something like that, he's my go-to guy. If he's in a party with me, I'll have him come in and go into SharePlay and have him get all the parts for me. And then by the time I've got all the parts, or by the time he's got all the parts, I'm back in here getting ready to have a look at something for the car, and then save the car and then do the car at night like I'm doing right now for you. So that's going to be that at this point. I'm kind of hoping to get this done very soon, because I'm sort of wanting to watch a little bit of YouTube myself. So let's do this. Okay, so the engine that was in the Ford was a Coyote. But what I want to do, and my girl's going to say typical, I know it, I want to make as much power as I can go through that thing. I'll actually tell her that and see what she says. Okay, guys. Now, as I said earlier, the engine is just a plain old V8. What I'm doing is I'm going to stick a V8 supercharged engine in that car. The reason being is because I want to see how fast I can actually get the thing. I spoke to my mate earlier, and he said he was going to try and get the stuff for me, but the thing was, he wasn't feeling so good, so he jumped off and had to lay down for a bit. Then he came back on, and we totally forgot about getting the car parts and all this sort of stuff because he was feeling a bit crook still. So I let it slide, and I said to him, look, you don't have to get it now. We can always get it tomorrow or whatever, you know what I mean? And he was really taken back. He said to me, no one's ever said that to him before. I said, mate, look, we're friends. Now, what have I got to get here? Okay, what I will do is I will go and put what I can in here. But before I do any of that, that's coming off and coming with me because of what I'm going to do. You is going to be so quick. To be honest, guys, I seriously think this car is going to give that Dodge a run for its money. I thought I had that. And I thought I had that. Odd. I thought I had that. What? That's not right. I bought that. Oh my god. Where are you? Come on, show your face. Aha. Now I've got to find out what engine or what pistons this thing needs. So once again, bear with me. And I don't mean teddy bear. Now the pistons, aha, right, so I can go there. Oh, I can't wait to find out what ECU it needs. That I think, that I don't know which one it is out of those three, so I just grab all three of them. Now what I'll do is I'll just build the engine, and then tomorrow I'll have to strip it down in the way of undercarriage and whatnot, because the building of the engine is taking quite a bit, so I think it's that one, that, and that. I think. can wait. See, I'm not even too sure whether I've got that section or not. We're about to... Oh, I have. Okay. Now, what I'll do is... I will fit... Let's see. I will fit the spark plugs in. I think I need 4 of them, I think. I do know that, actually. But I need to get 3 more. Oh, man. See, this is what I hate. I think I've got that, I think. I'm not sure. Yes, I did. Okay. Okay, now, that's what I've got to do. V8 camshafts. I need 3 more of them. Now I've got to turn the engine over, and I've got to get the V8 manifold. Yeah, right. That's one thing I'd like to know. Why don't they ever have suspension in the racing area? Why have it if you don't have parts there? Was it there to build up people's hopes or something? Ooh. Come on, where are you? Don't hide, you're driving me nuts. I think that's the manifold there for the top. But what I'm looking for is the bottom part of it. Aha, I don't think I got that. Nope. Now, just before I continue, do you remember what I said to you guys about being a bit of a, how do I put it? The car's going to be broken up into colours. Do you remember me saying that? Well, you're about to see what I mean. There's the fuel rails there that it's asking for. Okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to get those fuel rails and I'm going to paint them pink. Maybe white, I'm not sure. But what I'm going to do is if I paint them pink, the side of the engines, the covers, they will be pink if they're not white. If their fuel rails are white, the covers will be pink. If they're pink, the fuel covers will be white, and vice versa. So in other words, pink, white, or pink, white. In other words, a side of it, white, fuel rails pink. Side of the engine pink, fuel rails white. I'm not sure yet. I hope that's them there. I'm hoping. Let's check before I... Yep. And before I go and fix them up, I've got to... Before I paint them, I've got to do that. Now, this is where my girl's going to come in, because she knows about the car being the way the car is. Okay? She knows about them being fuel rails. So if you give me a minute, I'll ask her what I have them. I'm kind of open she says pink. But if she says white, then that's fair enough. That's what she says. Oh, okay. That's fair enough. Awesome. That actually helps me. Okay, she knows what I've got. I think she knows what I've got planned. Yep, you can. That's looking good. That's looking good. Damn it. Aha. Okay, that's visually odd. I can't see. Where are they? Obviously, it's cam gear. That's odd. Timing belt V8. Okay. No, it didn't say 3. Now, I'm beginning to wonder what this one's going to sound like. And I'm actually thinking, after I've dynoed it and fixed that up in the way of its tracking and handling and whatnot, I've actually got a plan for this car. And no, I'm not getting rid of it. Now, what doesn't get used will get sold. The reason for that is because I don't want my garage to be overrun by parts that aren't going to be getting used at all. Oh, that's what I'll do too while I'm here. Your fuel tank. There was something else too, I can't remember what it was. Oh, that's it, the roller. That's right. I hope it's this one. Huh? Thought I had that. Ow, that hurt. And what belt's that I've got to get? Aha. Hang on. Just remembered something else. No, not that. Right. Now, what I've done is I'm going to listen to my girl. She told me that I can have... Oh, hello. Sorry, my friend, but you're going that way. Now, what's going to happen here, guys, is I'm going to finish up, and once I have, what I will do is I'll prepare the car for tomorrow's episode. Tomorrow's episode will be the tear down of the chassis and the rebuild of the chassis, and also everything that goes into the engine bay, like where the engine sits and all that. The engine bay is obviously going to be pink because of the chassis of the body of the car. That looks better pink. That's a better looking pink. So this is what's happening. The car's going to be the undercarriage is going to be torn down. The engine's going to be finished. The moment the engine's done and finished, the engine will go into the engine bay and buttoned up. The stuff that is in the engine bay at the moment, which is nothing, is going to be... There's going to be, hopefully, the ECU that I can use. I hope I can use one of the racing ECUs. Oh, that's what I'll do too. I'll take the car down for a respray for a deeper pink. Now, I'm not going to put the engine in tonight. I'll put it in tomorrow, as I said. Practically, the engine's buttoned up and finished. Now, this car is for that little girl who sadly passed away at the age of 5. What belt is it? Sublime belt A. Okay. V8. Huh? That's weird. This is bizarre. Right, I've got the belt. Now what I've got to do here, guys, is I'm going to put that belt on, then I'm going to turn the engine over and button it up from the bottom, and then turn it over again and leave it open. Just leave it there, and then tomorrow night what I'll do is I'll take the car apart underneath, and then fix the bottom half of it up, and then from there we should have the car fixed up and ready to roll. And if we do have it done in time, we'll be able to run it down the track and see how fast she actually goes. Because I'm really dying to see how fast this thing goes. I really want to see it go down the track. And if it's as fast as I think it is, after all the doing and of the engine and the chassis and all that, if she's as fast as I think she's going to be, I reckon the Ironman Dodge is going to have a run for its money. Oil pan, rodeo. Last part. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the car down for a spray before I hop off. And then you guys will see the car tomorrow with the new pink on it, because that pink looks better. So you guys will see it with the new pink on it. Okay, let's get down for paint. Yes, that looks much better. Yes, baby, I know, I lost the stripes. Give me a minute. And here we go with the mirrors. Okie dokie, guys. There's the front. There's the rear. And tomorrow, you guys should see the plates on the car tomorrow, because I'm ready to put the plates on the car. So that's the car done tonight so far. Tomorrow the chassis comes out and the interior will get done. The engine will get lowered in. The gearbox will be put on. Basically, the car will be completely buttoned up, ready to roll. And as soon as that's done, the Dodge, if I start the Dodge tomorrow, the Dodge will get started, the Viper. So it may or may not get started tomorrow, I don't know. If it does, then yeah. If it doesn't, well then I'm sorry. But I'm kind of hoping to have it run 6 episodes, so there's a chance it may not get started tomorrow. Okay guys, I'm going to call it there. You guys have a fantastic time. Live life to the full. Enjoy gaming, and please, whoever does the modding, stop it. Only on PC should you mod. Don't try and mod on console, because it's not good. Don't be a sweater. Don't be a modder. Don't be a tryhard in any game that's a shooting game, because it's unfair on the kids who have only just started to play. If they're level 1, you're a level 280 or a level 3000 or whatever, and you're tearing them apart. You're walking all over them. You can't do that, guys. It's not fair. It's totally unfair to the kids who are way younger than you, like say 10, 12, whatever, and they're not all that good. If anything, you guys should show them how to play the game, not tear them a new one, if you catch my drift. And as I say always, enjoy life to the full. You never know what's around the corner. Life is short. So, tomorrow is never promised. Now, I spoke to my auntie today, and she always turns around and says, yesterday is the past, today is the present, tomorrow is the future. That's obvious. But she said something else too. Life, well, this is me saying this, guys, life is like a book. Okay? Every year is a new chapter in your life. Every year is a 365 chapter. And every chapter is a new year, is a new time in your life. So guys, live life to the full. You don't know what's around the corner. Okay? Honestly, it's better to live and do things than better not to live and just be I don't know how to put it, but it's good. It's better to do things that you want to do. For example, me, all right? I've got a beautiful girl, an absolutely gorgeous girl. I wanted to get my YouTube channel started years ago, and I did, but I forgot all about it. I just stopped doing it because it wasn't running all that well. But with my help from my beautiful sweetheart, my channel is now growing, and my gorgeous girl, who I love with all my heart, who I want to marry and make my wife, she is my queen, and my goddess, and my princess. I want her for life. She's got me by my heart. She's got the key to my heart. And guys, if you guys have got girls, treat them like a queen. Seriously. A woman is a precious soul. That is the honest truth. I mean it from the bottom of my heart. As I've said, or as I've heard, a woman's heart is a deep place. There's a lot of things that are in their heart that they will not tell you. It's full of secrets. So is their soul. So treat them with respect. Treat them like a queen, like they deserve it. Either a queen or a princess, depending how you look at them. Alrighty guys, that'll be it. Enjoy life to the full while you can. Tomorrow's never promised. Your life is a book. Every month is a chapter, or every year actually is a chapter. Every day is a section of that chapter. Alright guys, live life to the full, do what you have to do, fill out your bucket list. Okay? Trust me, life's precious. Smoke out.